Hi guys, how you doing? It's notes for 8.4. So today we're doing area of composite figures, and to find the area of a composite figure, you need to find the areas of the shapes that you know that are inside it. Then you sum all the areas of those figures. So composite figure basically just means a figure that is made up of other polygons that you know. So if you look at example 1a, I created a breakdown. So this is a trapezoid, rectangle, and another trapezoid. So this entire shape, you don't know how to find the area of it because we don't have a formula. But if you break it up into smaller pieces, so the area of section 1 is a trapezoid. So I'm going to do 1/2. The height going this way is 2, and the sum of its bases are 4 and 6. Okay, so that is 10. Area of the second region is a rectangle, so this is 7 by 3. So that's going to give me 21. Section 3 is another trapezoid, so I'm going to do 1/2. The height of it is 3. The two bases are 4, and then you add 7. And then that product is 16.5. So I uploaded the 7th grade formula sheet. So in case you forget area of a triangle, area of a circle, area of a trapezoid, it's all there for you. So now when you do the total, you're just going to add 10, 21, and 16.5. You're going to get 47.5 units squared. So what I'd like you to do is look at the one beside it. So instead of doing this breakup, I did, and let me see if I can get this right, I did something like this. So I did a trapezoid here, another trapezoid here. So this is in the red if you can see it. And then I did a rectangle here. All right, so same example. I broke it up a little bit differently into regions 1, 2, and 3. So 1 and 2 are actually trapezoids. Section 3 is actually a rectangle. So I just wanted to show you a different way that you could go about doing this. So section 1, you're going to do 1/2. The height of it, which is 2. The bases are 6 plus 4. So that's going to be 10. Actually, that's the same one that we did in the first method. Then you're going to do region 2. It's going to be 1/2. The height of that trapezoid is 3. The sum of the bases are 3 plus 6. So if you add, then multiply, you get 13.5. Okay, then you do this rectangle. It's 6 by 4. You get 24. Then you're just going to come and you're going to add them. So what I really wanted to illustrate is the fact that you could break up a composite figure in different ways. You don't have to do it just one way. And just because it's not the way I did it doesn't mean that it has to be that your way is wrong. So I just wanted you to see that. The next 3, I'm going to use a second method, but it's a little bit different than this second method. But again, I wanted you to see that you could break up a composite figure sometimes in different ways. Okay, part B, it looks like I have 2 triangles and a rectangle. I mean, there's really not much more you could break these up into, but yet I do have a second method that we'll go over. So this triangle, its base is 4, height's 2, so that's going to give me an area of 4. The rectangle is 2 times 4, which is 8. And then this bottom triangle is actually exactly the same as this one, so it's 4. So when you do the total, it's the sum of 4, 8, and 4, which is 16 units squared. Okay? I'd like to think of this a little bit differently in the next way to solve. So this next method takes into consideration what encloses the entire shape, which I don't know if you could see. This is a rectangle, so I'm going to do area of the rectangle that shape is in, and it's 8 by 4, so that's 32. So the area of the entire thing is 32. If I go in, and I'm going to use subtraction, if I go in and find these areas, I could take that out of the total. So if I take out the area of the triangles, okay, so that's 1/2 2 times 2, which is 2. Remember, there are 4 of them like that, and then this rectangle is 1 times 4, which is 4, and there are 2 of them. So if I do my total, and this is a different strategy, I'm going to take the 32 units squared, which the whole thing's contained in, and I'm going to take out 4 of the 2 there's 4 triangles, and then I'm going to take out 2 rectangles. Okay, so I'm going to get 32 minus 8 minus 8, and you'll notice you still get 16 units squared. So this is a different strategy using subtraction. This is just finding the individual pieces, finding their area, and then adding them up. Okay, part C, I broke that up into a trapezoid and a square. So the area of the trapezoid is 1/2, its height is 6. The sum of the bases are 3 and 8. If you add, then multiply, you get 33. And then if you do this, should be a square, it's 2 times 2, you get 4. So the total would be 33 plus 4, which is 37 units squared. Okay, so that's one way. So another method I want to show you, which involves subtraction, if I do the larger square, okay, this is 8 by 8, you get 64. But if I take out these parts, okay, and then I'll subtract them out, so this is a rectangle, so that rectangle is a 1 by 2, 2. The area of the trapezoid is 1/2, the height of it is 5, and the sum of these bases are 2 plus 8. And then I get 25 on that. So if I start with all the way around, I get 64, and I take out the 2 and the 25, you'll discover that you also get 37 units squared. So this one involves subtraction. Do the area of the entire thing, and then subtract out the parts that are not part of your composite figure. So again, 2 different ways to do this problem. All right, part D. I broke it up into a trapezoid, I broke it up into a rectangle, and then 2 more trapezoids. So section 1 is a trapezoid. So its height is 3. Its bases are 2 plus 8. So if you add, then times, you get 15. This rectangle is 3 by 8, which is 24. Region 3 and 4 are actually exactly the same. So it's 1/2. The height is 2 on this trapezoid. The bases are 2 plus 4. So when you add, multiply, you get 6. But the area of this is exactly the same as 3, so it's just 6. So now when you do area of the total, 15 plus 24 plus 6 plus 6, okay, and you get 51 units squared on that. Okay, the next part's going to involve doing some subtraction. So this is another technique. I could find the area of the entire shape. So what surrounds it is a square. So this is 8 by 8. So the total is 64. Okay, and I'm going to take out this triangle, this one, and then that one. So region 1 and 2 are the same. So that's a triangle. It's 1/2, 3 by 3, which gives you 4.5 for the area of those two. Each one's 4.5. And then this one here is 1/2 times 2 times 4, which is 4. So if you do the total, okay, 64, take out 4.5 twice because there are 2 triangles, and then you take out the 4, you will also discover that you get 51 units squared. So go ahead and take a look at that. All right, example 2, find the area. A is a basketball court, and B looks like a pool deck. So the basketball court, it's made up of a rectangle, and I don't know if you can see the semicircle. So I'm going to do area of the rectangle. So I'm going to do 19 times 12, which is 228. Okay, so now I'm just going to do the semicircle. I don't have to do this part because it's already contained in the rectangle, so I don't count it again. I only want to count this section over here. So area of the semicircle will actually be 3.14 because this is a semicircle. I need my radius. So the diameter is 12. The radius is half that, so it's 6. So you're going to square 6, but I got to cut that in half because it's a semicircle. So I'm going to do 3.14 times 36, cut that in half. I'm going to get, if you simplify, I'm going to get 56.52. So now the total is 228 plus 56.52, which is 284.52 feet squared on that one. So again, I did the rectangle and then I did the semicircle. This one, a couple more parts. You see a triangle, you see a square, and then you see a semicircle. So I'm going to do triangle first. 1/2. The base is 10. Height's 24. So the product of that is 120. Area of the square, 26 times 26, which is 676. Now, I don't have to do an entire circle because half of it's contained in this part, so I don't need this part. I only need this part. So I'm going to do semicircle. I'm going to do 3.14. Now the diameter is 12, or 26, excuse me. Cut that in half, you get 13. Okay, so then I'm going to do 13 squared, but I got to cut it in half because it's only a semicircle. 3.14 times 169 over 2. You eventually get 265.33. All right, so then you have the triangle, you have the square, and you have the semicircle. So do total. I'm just going to add the parts together. And you get a sum of 1061.33 feet squared. You get 1061.33 feet squared on that one. Okay, example 3. In this composite figure, you see triangle, rectangle, trapezoid. So we'll do area of a triangle. 1/2. Its base is 4.5. Its height is 11.2. The product of all of those is 25.2. Area of the rectangle is 4.5 times 8. 4.5 times 8, and that gives us 36. Area of the parallelogram is the perpendicular height from a vertex to the other side. So it's 6.7 times 8. You get 53.6. So the total is all of those areas added up. So you get 114.8 centimeters squared on that one. This one, I see the next one I see a triangle, rectangle, trapezoid. So I'm going to do the triangle. So I'm going to do 1/2 times, so this is a base of 4, the height's 5. So that's 10. Area of the rectangle is 5 by 9. So the product of that is 45. And you do area of the trapezoid. If you can see that, it's 1/2. The height of it's 5. And the two bases are 6.4 plus 9. So if you remember order of operations, you have to add, then times. So that answer is 38.5. And to do the total, okay, you're going to do 10, 45, 38.5, and you're just going to add them all up. So 93.5 inches squared on that one. So I'll let you take a look at that one. So again, I did the triangle, rectangle, trapezoid. Okay, I thought I would do try one with you, part D. Just because I want to do one more practice one. I'm going to use the technique of subtraction. I don't know if you can see it, but I see a rectangle, and then I see a triangle, and if I take out the triangle, I'll have the figure that's left over. So area of a rectangle, 6 times 4, so the total area is 24. If I just take out that triangle, I'm going to do 1/2. Its base is the same as that 4 side. Its height is that 2. So that area of that triangle is 4, I believe we're in meters. So to do the total, I'm going to take the 24 units squared and take out that 4, and I'm going to get 20 units squared, which in this case it's supposed to be meters squared. So there's one of the try problems done for you. So your job is to finish all the other try problems for practice. I'll be posting an assignment that you'll get done for this week for notes on 8.4. Thanks for joining in. I'll catch you next notes. I hope you and your family have a great spring break. Take care and talk to you soon. Bye.